Hang on a second, guys. Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. And for tonight, I definitely am going to be talking about the new update for Microsoft, the 25H2. If you guys would like to know more about that, you guys can find the link in the description below. Feel free to check that out. Anyway, first and foremost, before we get started, I definitely do want to thank you guys for being a part of the channel. And for those of you who are new and not yet had a chance to get subscribed, go ahead and get subscribed for more content. Be sure to turn on all those beautiful bell notifications. So therefore, you won't miss out on any news, updates, and much more here on the channel. With that being said, let's go ahead and dive on into it. Hey, sis. Welcome to the live stream. And guys, if you do happen to join the chats, please be respectful of myself, my moderators, and all my other viewers, because negativity on this channel will not be tolerated at any given time. So I definitely do want to take the time to thank you guys again. Also for your understanding and much more. But anyway, I digress. So moving on to Microsoft's new update, their huge update with 25H2. It is also going to have new AI features and much more. And by the way, guys, if you are in fact using an iPhone, iOS has dropped their newest update. Hang on a second. Let me get this pulled up here right quick. Usually I'd have something like this pulled up by now, but iOS has got their newest update already out. It is available for iOS. It's also for iPhones, iPads. I'm not sure about iMac or anything to that sort of nature. Let me readjust my camera here so you guys can actually see that better. The newest update is the newest iOS version is 26.0.1. This is the newest update. And I'm going to show you guys exactly everything that's associated with this. So here we go. Check this out, guys. You can actually see the time in the background. It is officially 8:03. So I can do this here. Wait a minute. Here we go. And as you guys can see, everything is very transparent. You guys can actually see the apps running in the background. So as you move everything up, just go over here to these little three icons here. You can actually pick your music and so forth. And here it is, guys. This is the new iOS update. And by the way, one more thing, there has been a change to the camera icon. So if by chance you guys have actually used your camera on the previous update, I do believe it was 18 point something. I don't recall what it was specifically. Your camera actually had an 8x zoom, but now you got it set up to where it actually zooms into 15 times. You guys can actually see the lock on the door. Sorry, my hands are a little shaky right now, guys. So I definitely do want to apologize for that. So hang on a second. There we go. And that door handle is approximately 13.5 feet from where I'm sitting. So look how well detailed everything is. Great job on the new update. And also a big shout out to Apple. And by the way, guys, just as a simple legal disclaimer, I'm not under any type of apprenticeship, sponsorship, or a partnership with Apple. So if you guys do have questions, comments, or any kind of concerns, please feel free to drop them over here in the chats, or feel free to leave a comment down below in the comment section. Microsoft is in fact consistently doing all their updates. Some features may be available, but right now They're just kind of doing it little by little here and there. So it's not like they're just going to drop everything all out at one time or roll everything out at one time. They're just kind of doing this in bits and pieces because I'm pretty sure that some things may still be in stage one or possibly even stage two beta testing before the initial launch. So again, let me go ahead and pin this comment to the top of the chats. And and by the way, guys, I'm sorry. I just cut that last part on your thing here. In case you guys don't have any idea what I do specifically, I am a former IT student. I did go to school down here where I'm at. So just bear with me for a moment while I pull up that information. So I do know a lot about computers, guys, because this is exactly what I went to school for. And for those of you who don't know, this is a legitimate badge. This is for the security doors and everything else. I know you're probably wondering what the hell happened to this guy. Well, between time and age, it's kind of a mixture between both. So in case you guys are wondering if I'm having a bad hair day, no, I'm not having a bad hair day. My hair's just kind of pissed off at my scalp right now. So I'll just kind of leave the controversy between those two subjects there. So anyway, if by chance you guys are in fact on Steam and you guys are looking for new games, updates, and much more, if you guys are in fact having issues with Steam, I would show you guys exactly how to do that. So if you guys are playing on PC, I'm going to show you guys exactly where to go. But right now, Steam is not directly in that icon, so I'm going to have to uninstall and reinstall. Wait a minute, here it is, right here. So if you guys are having issues with Steam, left click your little icon here. You're going to want to go up here to where it says settings. All right, now you're going to see where it says, I know it's kind of a blurry thing here, Steam settings here. Once you pop that up, you're going to look for where it says downloads. Once you see downloads, click on here, scroll down here to this little guy right here, clear all your cache files and much more. And when you clear all your cache files out, what that's going to do is that's basically going to restore your whole entire Steam platform all the way back to its standard defaults. So if you guys are also playing on Xbox or Xbox S or Xbox S Series or X, and for the most part, guys, the old school the OG Xbox systems, if you guys are in fact playing on those, all those parts in there are in fact OEM parts. So the biggest problem with one of the OG Xboxes, the most common issue is the quad capacitor. And what that quad capacitor does, that provides power to all of the different components inside, allowing the system to be able to play your games and stuff. And it also works with your power intake. So over a period of time, what that quad capacitor will tend to do from time to time, it will have an issue. Some of those capacitors will in fact leak over time. And once that acid gets onto your motherboard is shot. I mean, it's completely done for it, fried your whole entire system. So there is a different place that you can actually go to to be able to get a motherboard made, but getting it shipped could in fact be a potential issue. Sorry guys, I do smoke on my channel, so just to let you know, for those of you who don't know, now you do. Um, I know I probably shouldn't do this on my channel, even though it's verified. But I'm not exactly monetized just yet, guys, so I don't have to worry about the demonetization demon at that particular point in time. So now the same thing with the Xbox X series compared to the S series. The Xbox S is a lot easier to work on compared to the Xbox X. And for those of you guys who don't know, with the old school, the very first model of the PlayStation 1 versions that have came out, I'm going to show you guys a picture of this. I'm not sure if you guys are going to be able to see this or not. Hang on a second. Guess it's worth a shot anyways. The OG PlayStation 1s, these models right here, the very first ones that came out, I have in fact rebuilt one. I had basically taken one apart and kind of swapped out parts. So I do have a little bit of experience with that. So I basically have taken one completely apart all the way down to the motherboard. I've even had that taken out. I took all that out myself and just basically swapped out certain parts, put it all back together, had it all hooked back up. I pressed the power button and the whole entire system worked as it the day I just bought it. So yes, guys, I do in fact work on the OG PlayStation 1s. So in fact, if you guys are in fact having issues with those type of devices, feel free to let me know in the comments, or feel free to drop a comment over here in the chats. If you know someone who needs one rebuilt or refurbished, I know exactly how to do all that. So pretty soon, guys, I'm also going to be doing a PC rebuild. So first and foremost, if you guys don't exactly know what type of system I'm exactly playing on, or not playing on right now, but what I'm live streaming on right now, I do have a gaming system right here. This is my tower. And I do have a bunch of good news for you guys. With this system here, I'm actually running the two DDR5s, but I can actually get two more to fill into these vacant slots here. But over a period of time, guys, sometime next year, they are in fact going to be releasing the new DDR6 RAM sticks. So I can't wait for the can't wait for those to come out, because if they do that, I'm basically going to be upgrading my excuse me. I'm basically going to be updating or upgrading my codec system from, I do believe this may be a level 1 or level 2 codec system. I'm thinking about upgrading mine to a level 4. And also, I'm actually thinking about upping my RAM sticks to 2 terabytes of RAM, and also 2 terabytes of hard drive space. Now, however, I can also get a splitter. I can run an internal to an external, but I'm not sure if that's going to work very well for a solid state drive. And if you guys would like to see more videos about some things that I have actually done in the past with computers, but you can always go back and check out my older videos and go from there. So a lot of things are pretty much straightforward. I have even made videos of how to scan your hard drive for error messages and so forth, defragmentation and so forth. So this is pretty much all I do, guys. I pretty much sit behind a computer all day, pretty much every day, and this is basically how I'm getting all this information out to you guys. And if there's something that I'm not exactly sure about, I definitely want to give YouTube a very big shout out for this. Thank you, YouTube. I definitely do appreciate this. So there are some things that I'm still kind of brushing up on. If in fact you guys are trying to update your PC to Windows 11 from Windows 10 and you're still having issues with that, press down and hold your left shift key and restart your computer. Continue to press and hold your left shift key until you see a blue screen. Once you see a blue screen, you can let off the shift key, go down to where it says troubleshoot, and if it gives you the options to uninstall previous updates, that is something you're definitely going to want to do, because once you uninstall those, that will actually create more space in your hard drive. So once you do all that, guys, then you'll basically want to revert back to your Windows home screen, which you'll see at the top left-hand corner of your screen. There will be a circle with an arrow pointing back. Just go ahead and click on that a few times. And just click on to where it says continue with Windows 11. So once you click back on Windows 11, or not Windows 11, Windows 10, sorry, mistakes were made. I will gladly take ownership of that, and it's not for sale, guys. That mistake is not for sale. You will not find it on Craigslist or anywhere else, eBay, any of that. But for the most part, guys, once you do all that, then try to go back and go into your settings, go into Windows Update, and try to relaunch the update. Once you do that, it should just go through absolutely no problem. No, those mistakes are not for sale. Mistakes were made, and I am the legal owner of those mistakes because that's what I do. I take pride in ownership of all the mistakes I make because that's what a human being does. They make them every single day. So anyway, once you get all your once you get your update, your Windows update to Windows 11, once you convert from Windows 10 to Windows 11, I definitely do suggest to create a restore point, which means, okay, let me show you guys exactly what I'm talking. So once you get all that stuff done there, you're going to come down here into your search bar that's located right in your taskbar and type in create a restore point. Once you see that, click on that, run that file. And once you run that file, just follow the simple basic steps, and a wizard should pop. Your Microsoft Wizard should pop up, and it will guide you through it. Once it's all successful, go ahead and save that profile. So if you're running Windows 11 and you notice any type of minor discrepancies, such as skipping or the functionality of that program, you can always revert back to your restore point. And what that will do is that will alleviate any and all minor errors or discrepancies. So hopefully this does in fact help you guys out. If it does, be sure to hit that thumbs up, smash that heart button. If you're not yet subscribed to the channel, go ahead and get subscribed for more content. And from there on out, I think you guys already know the drill. I'm not sure if it's Stanley or Craftsman. I really hadn't made a decision on which tool. I'm leaning more towards Craftsman than anything. But in all seriousness, seriousness though, excuse me guys, I can't even talk tonight, but I mean, it is what it is. But if your computer is still having those type of issues, oh, and I'm going to convert back to where I was before I decided to switch the subject. If you guys do in fact switch to Windows 11 and you're not exactly satisfied with that, you guys can always revert back to Windows 10, because Windows 11 does have a 30-day grace period. So if you're not satisfied with Windows 11, you can revert back to Windows 10. But if you go past that 30-day mark, Windows 11 will automatically delete all of Windows 10 files, your systematic files and so forth, and it will automatically revert those over to Windows 11. So if in fact you guys are in fact running Windows 10 and you're doing the update and you notice that there's a lot of skipping, this, that, and the other, you guys can go into your taskbar and go in through some of those listings right there. Right click on those and in the tasks of those right there. So if you guys are still in fact having issues, if you're playing a game and it just kind of skips, that means you're probably running, it probably means you're either running one or two, it means you're probably running two different um, operating systems at the same time. So in that case there, I would possibly recommend factory resetting your computer to see if that would in fact resolve the issue. And if it does, fantastic. But if it's not that case scenario there, then that means you probably might have some internal issues as well with your PC. Mostly, I would say I'd say mostly 9 out of 10. A lot of this would probably be on your laptops if you have a laptop, but definitely factory reset your PC. If you have files already saved in your computer, before you decide to factory reset your PC, make sure to back up all your files. So then when you go back in, you factory reset your PC, it's going to give you two options: keep my personal files or erase everything. So if you have everything backed up, you guys can always erase everything completely. And once you go back in, make sure that you're connected to the internet, because that is one of the requirements. So once you're connected to the internet, it's basically going to pull everything directly out of your cloud storage. And for those of you who don't know what a cloud storage is, that would be your OneDrive from your PC. So it's OneDrive is kind of like iCloud in roundabout way. iCloud is basically your cloud storage for your iPhone. Windows operating system is basically running OneDrive. So again, it's all basically your cloud drive, cloud storage. That'll also be converted right back into your computer, or be reverted back to your PC. So once you actually have all those files back in your computer, you can actually run a local restore. Or better yet, run a cloud restore, because if you run it locally, there's a good chance it may or may not make it directly to your hard drive. So just be aware of that. And if you guys are in fact having issues or ongoing issues with that, that's probably because your computer may end up having one of three things: malware, spyware, or even possibly a Trojan horse. So the best thing that I can pretty much suggest to you guys, if you are in fact experiencing malware with your PC, which all new computers, either new or used, all of those do come with malware. So be aware of that. So there is a way to remove all your malware, spyware, ransomware. Actually, there I did say three, so make that four: ransomware. So be sure to check out FortTect. And for those of you who would like for me, I'll even post that in the chats for you guys. Matter of fact, I've already posted that in the chats for you guys. It's malware. It's basically a malware and computer repair. So if you put FortTect or malware, I can't think about it right now, guys. If you guys put in Fortech malware removal and repair, you guys have clicked onto the right page. And if you guys are wanting to know exactly what their ratings are, I've already reviewed all this in other previous videos. They actually have a 5-star rating all across the board. They are also DSI DSI compliant, and and not to mention that they do offer a 60-day money back guarantee. And by the way, guys, as a simple legal disclaimer of this as well, I have no partnership, apprenticeship, or any type of apprenticeship or any affiliation with Fortech at this time. So if you guys are definitely looking forward to restoring and repairing your computer, they actually do, in fact, have 3 different options to choose from. And the biggest one, you can actually connect 5 different PCs directly to Fortech, and it will basically remove any or any malware from your computer. So I definitely do recommend checking them out. So in case you guys are wanting to know exactly what their icon looks like, I'm going to show you exactly what it is. It's this little icon right here, right above my arrow, Fortech. Definitely do check them out. If you do have, and by the way, guys, it is a free download, but you can also upgrade that and get 3 different plans with that. But again, like I said, they do offer a 60-day money back guarantee. So if in fact you are having issues with your computer, definitely do check them out, because once it runs a full complete computer scan, that scan will only I've timed this on my computer, so I'm not sure exactly how any other computers are going to be timed out. I have actually timed it out when it did a full system scan. It was 1 minute and 17 seconds, guys. That's how fast that ran. So I definitely do recommend checking them out. Check out the full price of it first, and then right down below it, they actually cut their prices way down, a little over half. So, for example, they may have charged like, for example, if they charge like $129 for one, it could probably just drop all that down to like $59.99 or something like that, somewhere within that ballpark. And if that does in fact work for you guys, let me know in the comments. Let me know exactly what your experience with Fortech is, and I guarantee you probably won't be disappointed. Because I have actually made several videos on this as well. So hopefully that does go to help you guys out. But always remember this, guys. If in fact you are looking to reset your computer all the way back to factory settings, always be sure to do that as a very last ditch effort, last result. Because if in fact you do in fact decide to erase everything, that's okay. The reason why that's there is in case, say for instance, you decide to say, you know what, I got a better computer and I want to get rid of my old one. That's where you would erase everything from that computer. And once you do that, if somebody tries to log in, try to get your information and stuff like that, they're not going to be able to do it. Because what that's going to do is when you erase everything, you're also erasing all your information, all your passwords, all your credit card information, banking information, stuff like that. All of that will be gone. There will be absolutely zero trace of it. Make sure that your computer is offline. Make sure that you have no internet connection at all whatsoever when you erase everything in your PC. Because if, in fact, you do connect that to the internet, it's automatically going to run the cloud drive storage. Another thing also that you definitely do want to do is update your, or you can also manually update your drivers. So I'm basically going to give you guys a little bit of a walkthrough of how to do this. So down there in your taskbar, sorry guys, I do have coffee left over, but I have not got a chance to finish it yet. I do drink coffee on my stream as well. You definitely do want to come down here to this guy right here, right click, go up to device manager, click that, enlarge the page. You're going to come down to where it says display adapters. This little arrow right here, you're going to click here, right click, come over to update driver, and search automatically for drivers. You're going to click that. Come down here to search for update drivers on Windows updates. So if in fact you guys do use that, what that's going to do is that's going to update your drivers during the initial Windows update. So therefore, you're running two updates at the exact same time. It's all time sequenced. It's very simple to do, guys. There's really nothing to it. So you guys can also check your graphics card and so forth. As you guys can see, and I'm not sure if you guys actually seen that, my computer is actually running the RTX, the GeForce RTX 3070 graphics card. I'm actually thinking about upgrading mine to the 4060. No, excuse me. Yeah, to the 4060 or yeah, I'm running the 3070, which means I'm actually going to try to upgrade my graphics card to the 4060. I need to upgrade my capture card and also my RAM. So if in fact I do happen to do a PC rebuild, it probably will not be on camera, guys, because I'm definitely going to have to pay attention to everything that I'm doing. It's going to be kind of hard to take one part out and replace it, swap parts out, and keep an eye on the chats as well. So one wrong mistake could be a complete travesty for the whole entire computer system. So I definitely do need to veer my attention directly to exactly what it is that I'm doing. So again, if you guys do have questions about anything, if there's something that you would like to ask me, feel free to leave a comment over here in the chats. Let's try to light these chats up if you have any other concerns that you'd like to know more about, and I will try to help you guys out the best I can. So instead of actually hiring a licensed professional, that's one of the reasons why I do this on my live stream, is to help you guys out and basically claim the headache for myself and save you guys some time, trouble, and also save you guys money as well. Because if you hire a licensed professional to do this, they're going to charge you $30 an hour. So say you got 4 hours in, that's $120 for 4 hours, guys. And I don't think they're going to be there for 4 hours specifically. Absolutely. Yeah. Feel free. Feel free to give that to him. So basically, guys, this is basically what I do. If you guys are wanting to know exactly how to scan your hard drive for errors and stuff like that, it's very simple. Just go up into your recycling bin, left. Oh, you're welcome. I'm going to switch my screen over for just a moment, sis. So just do bear with me for a minute. No, I'm not going to be able to do that. Shit, because I'm streaming. I'm not going to be able to do that right currently at the moment. But if you guys go up there to your recycling bin, left click on that twice, you'll have a whole entire list. Go down to where it says this PC. Click on this PC and then you're going to see your Windows hard drive. Once you go up there to your Windows hard drive, the one that's got the hard drive and the Windows logo in it, you're going to right click on that, scroll down to properties. Once you go to properties, once you click on that, another window will open up. Once you click on that, go to scan hard drive. And when it says, okay, when it opens up and it scans your hard drive and it says estimated time, or if it says about 5 minutes, 19 seconds, that is just basically the computer's configs. So that is not exactly that most accurate thing on there. So it could probably do that probably within about 35, 45 seconds. And then your hard drive will be completely scanned. It'll come back and say no errors were found. So once that ends there, close that page out, close that window out, and then go down to optimize. Once you optimize your computer, its hard drive, you definitely do want to do this periodically, guys. Optimize it. That should probably take about 35 seconds, about 45 seconds total. I mean, it's a small file and it will run very quickly. So once you do all that, once everything is completed, just go ahead and close out everything. So once you close everything out, that'll take you directly back to your main home screen. So definitely do check that out, guys. If you do have any other further questions or anything that's either PC related or possibly even game related, or if you have some issues with Steam, feel free to let me know and I'll try to walk you guys through the steps. But when you guys do happen to clear all your cache files on Steam, what that's going to do is that's basically going to reset all your Steam settings all the way back to its original standard defaults. You're not going to lose any games. You're not going to lose anything, any points or any of that. That's a whole completely separate entity, but it's all affiliated with Steam. So if in fact you are having issues with Steam, follow the simple basic instructions that I've pretty much given you guys. Again, I'll show you how to do this again. So what you're going to do is you're going to come down here to this little guy right here, click that, right click on Steam, go into Steam settings. And if I'm moving a little too fast, guys, I definitely do want to apologize. So once you see this page pop up right here, you're definitely going to want to come to where it says downloads. And you don't actually have to mess with any of this up here. Just come down here and click on clear cache. So once you clear all your cache files from Steam, I'm pretty sure you can probably do the same thing with Epic Games, Game Pass, and so forth. It's going to sign you out. It's going to ask you who's playing. Right down below that, it's going to have your email. But it's not going to have the at 7451@gmail.com. It's going to have, it's basically going to say you're actually, no. It's basically, for example, it's going to say Mad Dog 24. Okay, guys, this is an example. Like if you have if your email is maddog2471@gmail.com, it's going to say maddog2471. Then you'll press your tab key. You'll scroll down. It'll automatically bump you down to a lower box. Then you just type in your password. Then you press enter. Once you do all that, it's going to verify your network. Once it verifies your network, you should be good to go. But if it does require a code of any type, always be sure to have a secondary device next to you. So if it sends you a code directly to your email, Then you're going to go to your email. Then you're going to go into your inbox, and the phone and the code that is in your email is what you're going to type into your computer. And once you type that in, you don't even have to hit. You can. I mean, it's optional. You can press enter, or it'll just automatically do it itself. It'll automatically sign you back in, and you're all set. You should be good to go. Oh, and one more thing, guys. If you do, in fact, delete any type of temporary files, be careful of the ones you delete, because if you delete the wrong file, your computer may become rendered useless because there is a major file in your computer that may not be recoverable or may not be reprogrammable. So once you lose that major file, your computer's done. There will be no way to resalvage it or recover it. No matter what you use in your recovery system, it will not recover that specific file. Now, if you guys are wanting to know more about how to repair your computer and reinstall your Windows operating system for PC, and you don't feel like basically going through the factory reset, I'm gonna tell you guys exactly how to do this. So again, you're gonna come down here to this little guy right here, click here, go into your settings. Once you go into your settings, once your settings opens up, at the very top of the list, I do believe it is the second or third one down, go to System. Click on System, and you'll have a whole plethora of options in the list. Go all the way to the very bottom and go to where it says Recovery. Once you go to the recovery menu, it's going to pop up another page. If you see where it says Install Now, read the captions right next to it. So basically what it's going to do, it's going to basically open up a repair recovery system. It doesn't mean that it's going to recover anything. You're basically downloading or re-downloading a newer version of your operating system into your PC using Windows updates. So just go ahead and click on that, and once you see a blue box pop up, you can click on that automatically, or just better yet, you don't even have to do all that. Just click OK. And what that's going to do is that's going to reinstall a new version of your operating system. So once you do that, once your computer shuts up, once that completes your computer, it's going to require a restart. It's going to require you to restart your PC. Once you restart it, your computer may restart a few times automatically. Make sure that your computer is plugged in, and try not to tamper with anything else. Just let it do its thing. And once it completes everything, then it should basically take you right back to your Windows home screen or your lock screen. You'll basically put in your password, enter, bam, your computer should be good to go. And hopefully that right there does in fact help you guys out. If it does, if you guys don't mind hitting that thumbs up, smash that thumbs up, leave a like, post a comment down below in the comment section. And again, if you guys are not yet subscribed to the channel, go ahead and get subscribed for more content. And you guys already know the drill. So there's quite a bit of things that I've actually done with computers. As a matter of fact, I'm not sure. Now I'm going to go back old school. And if you guys are in fact Gen X, then you guys already know what I'm talking about. A lot of you guys probably, I know a lot of you guys are probably going to laugh about this, but hey, I'm all for it. A lot of you guys, if you guys remember these kind of computers, let's get a hashtag 2 thumbs up in the chats because this is the these are the type of computers I went to school with, and I learned a lot more. And by the way, guys, these are the 3rd gen Apple computers. These are basically where they had the keyboards separate compared to the previous standard version where everything was pretty much, I do believe, all in one. And these are the old A floppy disks, guys. So I actually bought one of those old computers. It was, it already had a security password and stuff like that installed in it. But what I did was I went in and bypassed all that, went into the control panel, deleted the user, created myself as a new user, and re-encrypted the whole entire computer system, adding a new password and verification. As soon as I did that, I was in the system. Very simple. So if you compare today's computers compared to yesterday's computers, there's a lot more security features and a lot more stuff on computers now compared to what there was back then. As you guys can obviously see, those computers there were still using the exact same DOS systems. And again, these computers today are also still to this day running the old DOS systems in the new Microsoft computers or Microsoft systems. So Microsoft is basically running DOS. Like for example, if you go to like sfc autorun.setup.exe, exe is basically connected directly to the DOS system. For those of you who don't know, I made a video on this, my last video. So just kind of a simple reminder, this is exactly what type of software that they're actually using. They're using more modernized and more up to date compared to the extremely way outdated. And I don't know if I would say overrated or underrated. I'd say overrated, maybe. That's kind of what I'm leaning more towards. That's what they're using back then. And now in today's society, there's a lot more security features and more options, different areas to choose from. Download speeds are actually a lot faster depending on the type of computer that you have. Now, if you do have Steam downloaded and you're looking to download, for example, Farming Simulator 25, if you do not have the Intel iCore 7 processor, it may not be compatible for that device because Giant Software is in fact running Engine 10. So it is also compatible for AMD. So if you guys are running if you guys have the AMD or let's see, the RTX 3070 graphics card, you guys are fine. But if you guys are on the PlayStation 4 and you're trying to download Farming Simulator 25, it will not be compatible for that device or for that system. So it's available it's basically cross-platform. It is for PC, Xbox S, Xbox X, and PlayStation 5. And pretty soon, guys, the PlayStation 6, I do believe, may be getting released sometime next year. So again, I hate to be the pallbearer of bad news, but if you guys are playing on the PlayStation 4 and you're trying to download Farming Simulator 25 through Giant Software's website or Steam's website or any other gaming platform sites, you probably will not be able to play that. But here's the thing, guys. Now you can actually play Farming Simulator 25 also on Netflix. No, excuse me, not 25. I'm sorry. Correction. Farming Simulator 23. You can play Farming Simulator 23 on Netflix. But FS25, you won't be able to download that if you have an older system. Because that game right there actually does have very high resolution, very good high quality graphics, and it demands a very good processor or central processing unit known as CPU. Now, if you guys are on PC, always make sure that you have a good capture card, graphics card, and make sure that your computer has an Intel iCore 7 processor, because that is the only way that you're going to be able to download that game is if you have that type of system there. It is a very big game, guys. There are different mods and stuff to choose from, but if you are in fact having issues with your mods, you guys can always revert. You guys can always exit from the game, go into your recycling bin, click into your go into your documents, go into My Games, or it's either in Documents or Downloads. Go into Documents, go into My Games, left click that, scroll down to FS25, click on that, go to where it says Mods. I do believe it's probably 4th, 5th, or 6th one down. It'll say Mods on it. You can also delete some of your mod folders, or you can basically remove all your mods from the system if you're having conflicts with mods, or if it's not what's the word I'm looking for? If it's not correlating with the game, just go ahead and remove all your mods and go from there. But if in fact you do happen to download FS25 and you are missing a file, this will be cut. All right, this isn't it. It's not exactly an issue. Don't fret. But if it says that you're missing the API DLL file, go ahead and uninstall the game, reinstall it, and therefore it should bring the API DLL file back into place. Because if that's the only file that's missing, that's what's preventing you from being able to download the game. But again, make sure that you have the Intel iCore 7 processor, and make sure that your graphics card is a 3070. Otherwise, it could be an Intel or it could be AMD. Either one is perfectly fine because that's compatible for both of those systems. Also, Xbox X and Xbox S series. I think it's a lot cheaper to get games and stuff on PC than it is console. Because if in fact your DLL file does come up, you can always go back into your system, and if you're still having issues with those mods, check for an XML file. Once you come up across the XML file, you can basically copy it and store that into this PC. Store that in. Once you get that stored into this PC, go back into the original, or go back into the original that you made the copy from, and delete that XML file and relaunch the game. No worries, guys. What this is going to do, the game will actually recreate the XML file. So if you're having issues with that game, and say for instance, if those issues are quickly alleviated, you can always go into build. You can always go into build mode, fly around the map, or drive around, whichever you prefer. Once all that clears up, you should be good to go. You should be all set. Also, 7 Days to Die. That game has been out for over 10 years. And that game has actually gotten over, I want to say 40 million downloads already, guys. So whoever the devs are that created 7 Days to Die from Fun Pimps, you guys also rock. You guys are the ones who actually created 7 Days to Die. Big shout out to Fun Pimps, guys. So continue doing what you're doing, and actually I'm kind of looking forward to seeing more of an updated version of this, also with more enhanced graphics and a lot more building options and so forth. So for Fun Pimps, this shout out's for you guys. Awesome job. Congrats on your 40 million downloads. No, I think it's either 40 million or I think it's either 10 mil or 40 mil. I think it's 40 mil. So definitely do check that out, guys. You guys are in fact having issues with that. Hopefully that does resolve the issue. If it does, feel free to let me know in the comment section down below. If you guys have any other questions about computers or anything somewhat similar to that, let me know. If there's something I can help you out with, absolutely fantastic. I can help you guys out with that as well. Also, as a bonus to this context here, always make sure that your drivers make sure all your drivers are up to date. Make sure your operating system stays up to date. And occasionally, it's always best to run an A/B test on your PC. So in case you guys don't know how to run an A/B test, go down to, okay, I'm going to show you guys how to do this. This is going to be very simple. Come down here to your search icon, or come down here to your search bar and type in 3 letters: V as in Victor, I as in India, R as in Romeo. Virus and threat protection. Once you see that, come up here, click on this little guy. It's going to take you to this page. You can do a quick scan or come down to where it says scan options. Once you see scan options, click on this. You can do a quick scan, or I definitely do recommend a full scan from time to time. So therefore, if you guys are in fact having issues with your computer, if your computer is detecting any type of threats of viruses or anything like that, more towards the end, it's going to let you know what it came up with, what it actually detected. So once you see that, if it gives you the option to resolve all, resolve everything. And that right there will also eliminate any viruses or any potential threats to your computer. Also, guys, make sure that you have a very good firewall. Microsoft usually does have a very good firewall on their PC, but my computer, the one I'm running on right now, the one I'm streaming on, I don't have one firewall on mine, I have 2. And also I'm running McAfee. There's 2 different versions that you can run. You could run McAfee or you can run Norton's. Norton's is pretty good, but McAfee will actually do a deep online computer scan or deep online scan. So what they're doing is they're actually competing with each other or competing against each other to see who's got the most updated stuff here. So, I mean, I'm not saying anything bad about Norton's. Norton's, you guys are doing a great job. Big shout out to you. McAfee, you are also doing a wonderful job. Keep up the good work. Also, a big shout out to McAfee as well. Because those are basically your 2 most reliable sources. Anything else that's like third party, if it says third party on it, get rid of that immediately because that may possibly contain malware or spyware or ransomware. Those are the only 3 out of 4 things you don't want in your computer. The 4th one I did not mention was a Trojan horse. So what that's going to do, malware, spyware, ransomware, and Trojan horses, what that's going to do, that's going to bog your performance all the way down to a very bare minimum, and often time to time cause your computer to either freeze or possibly even crash. So always make sure that you have your files all backed up and saved. I don't think I can stress this enough, guys, but always be sure to do all of the above. It's always best to be protected than it is to be surprised and caught. This is hypothetically speaking, guys. It's, and I'm just going to go back old school with it. it's best to be well prepared and well protected than it is to get caught with your pants down, hypothetically speaking. So always be sure to keep yourself protected while you're online. And if by chance you notice anything pop up, if you see any type of ads, or not ads, but if you check your email and it takes you to this URL website page, get rid of that shit immediately, because what that's going to do is that's basically going to open up a page. They're basically going to act as if they're trying to sell you something, or they're going to try to get your personal information, security information, banking information, stuff like that, because hackers will basically get into there. They will basically have you try to hand them all your information using exact websites that look exactly 110% legit, but they're completely illegitimate. Those are the pages you definitely want to look out for. And if there's a way that you can put a hacker detection system on there as well with your actually that would be your firewall. So always make sure that you have a good firewall, because that works as an anti-hacker detection system. And always be sure to keep your PC up to date, because what that's going to do is it's basically going to update all your security information. Your BIOS, you don't have to worry about your BIOS, because when you turn your PC on over a period of time, if your computer detects a BIOS update, that's basically going to update itself automatically. So therefore, you guys don't really have to mess with your BIOS too much. So again, I really do hope this does help you guys out. And I hope that all the information that I provided to you was in fact very valuable. This is coming from a former IT support specialist. So yeah, I do know my way through the computer systems. So it's not really that difficult. And now if you're having issues with your sound and stuff like that, go into your control panel and go up to where it says sounds and all this, that, and the other. And if there's anything else running in the background, such as like speakers and stuff like that, just go ahead and turn all that stuff off, but keep your headphones on if you do have headphones, or if you have speakers, shut everything else off, keep your speakers completely on. Between your headphones and your speakers, that should not compromise the integrity of your sound quality. I definitely do want to thank you for the hearts and all the love and support that you've shown here on the channel. So huge shout out to Sis. Also, huge shout out to Jeremy. I know you're probably watching this. So hopefully today, guys, I hope that you guys have learned a lot. And if there's some things that I was going just a little too fast about, feel free to drop a comment in the chats, and I will basically go back and review what it was that you might have missed. So therefore, hopefully this does in fact help you guys out. Because sometimes I can become a fast talker on my live streams, and I'm not doing this intentionally, guys. It's just something that happens. That's awesome. So if you're able to if you want to get him onto my YouTube channel, and you can get him in the chats, I'll make him a mod. See, I think the only person that can make people moderators is the host. So Jeremy, if you'd like to be a moderator, you're more than welcome to join the chats if you like, brother. And I'll definitely get you in there as a moderator. Oh, in case you guys may have missed the memo, I don't smoke cigarette does. I just help it out. Shh, don't tell anyone else. But So pretty much, guys, this is pretty much all I have right now when it comes to computer tech and so forth. I did not think that I was going to be doing such an long existential period of this, but also now if you are in fact live streaming, or if you plan to live stream, I definitely do recommend OBS Studios. So if you decide to do some online gaming, little word from the wise, if you're on YouTube and you do download games that have music in the background, make sure that you have all your music and everything else shut off in the background, because your account will get copywritten for that. You will in fact get copyright violations. So it's always best to keep the music, your background music and stuff off, because of that purpose right there. And OBS Studios, now we're going to get to that. OBS Studios, what that does is that can actually, okay, if I'm running OBS Studios on my PC, that will also enhance the quality and features and stuff on, well, not the features, but that will also enhance the video quality and possibly even sound. So I did in fact make videos of how to install OBS Studios on PC. So definitely do go back and check those videos out. You'll actually have to connect that to your YouTube account, so you'll kind of have to bounce back and forth from one to the other. Once you do that, you should be all good to go. So 3 places you definitely do want to go to is, if it says FPS, you definitely want to go to 30 frames per second. You can max it out to 60 frames, but if you're streaming online, I would probably not recommend no more than 30 frames per second. But I mean, either way, it'll still work. The other party on their end can also readjust their frame rate, or not the frame rate, but video quality. Now, what OBS Studios does, that also helps out with the frame rate and bit rate, for those of you guys who don't know. So say, for instance, you're running 60 FPS on a game and you're playing at 1920 resolutions by 1080p high definition, or if you're running HDR, what is it? HDR Ultra or something like that, 4K or 4K Ultra. Definitely keep it right there, or you can definitely just bump it down to 720. But myself, what I like to do is I keep mine maximized at 1920 pixels at 1080p, and keep my frame rate right at 30 FPS. So if you guys are in fact playing a video game on YouTube, and you're running and you guys are in fact running OBS Studios, that will also help with your frame rate and your bit rate. So if YouTube's stuff kind of somewhat bogs down, OBS Studios will help try to compensate for that loss of your frame rate. So also with OBS Studios, you can also do live chats, which means it's kind of more like FaceTime for iPhones, but it's for a PC. Now, the only way that another person would be able to join the chats is the fact that I would actually have to send that person an invite to be able to jump into my OBS Studios, and I could do a podcast right there on my OBS Studios. And if it does require you to update it, just go ahead and launch the update and run the latest version, because it may not be the latest version when you first download it. So definitely do update that accordingly. So hopefully, again, guys, this does in fact help you out immensely. So, and yes, usually, like I said, I usually do drink coffee on the stream, but tonight I did not have time to go grab a refill right quick. So maybe next time, guys, you'll be able to see me drink my coffee on my live stream. And the way that I drink it, I can hold that jar in direct, I can actually hold that jar in direct sunlight or also hold it directly up into a lamp and you will not be able to see through that jar at all. There's no transparency there whatsoever. Military grade. Looks like fuel and kicks like a mule. That's exactly the way I like it. So now about your operating system compared to your OBS studios. Like I said, always make sure that you have your operating system always up to date. Make sure all your background apps and stuff like that are up to date. And if there's something that runs in the background that kicks you off your live stream, try to figure out exactly what that app is. You can also disable the functionality of that up on startup. So a lot of you guys may not know this, but if you do have a PC, you can probably have I would say anywhere from a minimum of 30 all the way up to 250,000 backgrounds running in your PC all at the same time. And the thing is, you wouldn't even know it. Because the more stuff that you put into your computer, that's basically going to go and be stored right there in your hard drive. So always remember to keep your drivers up to date, keep your software up to date, and always keep your security up to date as well. So if your computer's system security is set for automatic updates, I do definitely recommend leaving that on because that will actually get the newer versions of your operating system installed. And again, if you guys are in fact having issues with that, it's very simple. Go down there to the Windows icon that's located all the way to the far left side of your taskbar. Click on that. Go to your settings. Go to System. Scroll all the way down to the very bottom from the list in the middle. Go to Recovery and click Install Now. And then press OK. So what that's going to do is that's basically going to re-download or reinstall the newest and latest version of your operating system. So again, if you guys do have questions, feel free to hit me up in the chats. And if there's something I can help you out with, like I said before, that's fantastic. I'm willing to help you guys go that extra step. Because like I said before, this is what I do. I do a lot of PC tech tips and tricks for PC. I also do have an Xbox S, guys. And these type of controllers are not OEM, as far as I know. But also, they are getting ready to release Doom: The Dark Ages. They also have the Xbox version of that game. But I'm not going to be able to pull that up anytime soon because my other computer right now is still down because of hard drive issues. So I think what I'm going to have to do is try to figure out a way to kind of erase and reinstall and redo my whole entire hard drive in my other computer. I made a couple attempts before, and it's not doing anything, guys. So there you go. When I do have my other laptop sitting next to me, I will definitely let you guys know exactly what's going on with that. I will even show you guys exactly how to run certain updates and show you guys all the other steps in between. But right now, guys, we have about 15 more minutes on the stream. And after that, I will be signing off. And sis, I will definitely be giving you a call shortly afterwards. So hopefully it's not too late. Hopefully you guys aren't too busy. But and hopefully you're not picking on Jeremy too much because oh, that's nasty. But anyway, it is what it is, guys. So again, I hope that does in fact help you guys out. If you guys are in fact looking for different results and different ways to customize or this, that, or the other. Oh, oh, oh okay. This is where we're at now, huh? So, where was I? So anyway, if you guys do have anything else that you'd like to know more about, if there's any customization options that you guys would like to check out, definitely do light up the chats, and I will definitely keep you guys up to date with that as well. And hopefully, I'll have a lot more stuff for you guys this coming Saturday. Usually, for those of you who don't know, I usually do PSAs on Saturdays, but today I was either going to do a poll here on the channel or Q&A, but I decided I'm going to scrub that and basically tell you guys exactly how to do that with computers and stuff like that. So also, if you guys do have an iPhone and you would like to see exactly what versions, I'm going to show you guys how to do an update for those of you who are unfamiliar with that, or if this is your first time owning an Apple device. So anyway, let's go ahead and dive on into it. So if you're wanting to do an update, first thing you're definitely going to want to do is come over here to this little guy, press that. You're going to see this whole entire page here pop up. Good God. So once this page here pops up, you're going to want to come down here to General. Now, if you're wanting to do a software update, very simple. Second one down, click that. iOS is up to date. Now, say you ran that and you want to confirm that it's running the newest update. Backspace. And right here, you're going to see where it says About. Click on this. And this is basically where it's going to run the whole entire system. Second one down right here, it's going to show you that it's running 26.0.1. That is the newest installed update. And if you guys would like to know more about that, that little arrow icon here, go ahead and press on that and then click Learn More. And right here, this is the whole entire transcript of the initial update, of everything that it provides and so forth. So once you're done with that, just go ahead and click that blue check mark and backspace. And there you go, guys. Hopefully that does help you guys out quite a bit. I will shortly after the stream. And now, say for instance, if you're having internet issues with your device, I'm going to show you guys exactly how to fix that issue too. So the first thing and foremost, what you're going to want to do is go back into your settings. Press that little guy right there. Go into your general and scroll all the way to the very bottom. Transfer or reset iPhone. So let's say you want to reset your network settings. Reset network settings here. You're going to go ahead and press that if you have a password on your phone, enter your password, and it will basically reset all your network settings. It's not officially going to sign you out and so forth. It'll temporarily sign you out, but it will automatically sign you back in as soon as the phone reboots. Now, if you have an app on your phone and one app accidentally gets deleted, don't worry. I got you covered. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to come over here to your Apple Store or your App Store, press and hold Then you're going to go to purchased. This is the page that's going to pop up. Click on here. And the app that was recently deleted will appear right here. So just go ahead and come over here and press that cloud. And you should be good to go. The game, whatever app it is, will re-download. And if you guys are in fact having issues, if some of your apps are shaded out, they're like this kind of got like a gray film over it. Like for example, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Like say for instance, your weather app is all shaded out, it's all grayed out. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to come down here to your app store, click the little magnifying glass. Oh, this is oh, this is a little different, guys. Oh, it used to be up here at the top, now it's down here at the bottom. So what you're going to do, you can also use voice thing for it, weather, and then press go. If in fact your weather app is grayed out, you're going to see this right here. But if in fact you do happen, I'm going to scroll down. So if in fact you do happen to see something where it says weather and you see this little icon here, go ahead and press that and go right back to your home screen. And once you see a circle, just kind of somewhat go around that. I'm not sure exactly how these apps are going to update now with the newest update. But once they're done updating, guys, the app should be fully restored and you'd have full access to that app once again. So that's exactly how you guys restore those apps. So again, I know I don't only do PS or PlayStation, PC. I also do iOS stuff as well for iPhones. iPad's pretty much the same thing. It's pretty much straightforward. You guys can actually learn quite a bit on this live stream. If you guys do have questions about anything, feel free to ask because closed mouths don't get fed. And again, I definitely do hope all of this information is very valuable to you. So if in fact you guys are having issues with that, or if you're still having issues with it, go in and I definitely do recommend troubleshooting the issue, and hopefully that right there will pop right up. You guys have two different types of troubleshooters. Either in your, mostly in your computer, PC, you have troubleshooting and advanced troubleshooting. So either way, if those don't happen to give you the results that you're looking for, try to back out, go back to your home screen and go right back into it. And hopefully that should pop right back in. And if it does, try to go down to your advanced troubleshoot, click on that, find out exactly what the issue is, and try to resolve that as quickly as possible, because one issue could actually turn into a very big catastrophic issue. So it's kind of like a domino effect or domino chain effect. So if one thing goes wrong, another thing's going to go wrong. So you definitely want to put a stop to that before that even starts. Now, if you happen to drop your device and it's skipping this, that, and the other, it's not a software issue. That's an internal. It's issues with the internal components. Because also in your iPhone, iPad, Android, or Apple Watch, all these systems here do in fact have their own built-in CPU, which is Central Processing Unit. And also on the iPhone 14s, this phone I'm using right now, it does not in fact have a SIM card slot. So let's get to that right quick. The iPhone 14s all the way up to the 16 Pro and Pro Max have a built-in eSIM. So a lot of you guys may or may not know this, but with the eSIMs, that's how they can track you, even if your phone is turned off. So I'm going to show you guys something very, very, very interesting. I think you guys are going to enjoy this one. I think you guys are really going to like this. And hopefully this is very useful to you guys. You can also look for this should come standard in your phone. You should be able to find where it says apps and tracking. So let's see if I can find that in here. Hopefully I can. Tracking. All right, guys, here it is. Allow apps to request to track. If you don't want that to track your apps, simply just press the button and it will shut that off completely. And therefore, your phone will not be able to track any of the apps. And if you guys are in fact on TikTok, if you guys are on any other social media, make sure to frequently change your password, because hackers are trying to figure out ways to overtake your account and get all that information over to all your followers and so forth. So definitely change your passwords quite often. You might have some people trying to impersonate TikTok workers. You guys may possibly come across somebody that might send you a web page with the URL link on it. If you see it, block it, because that's pretty much either one of two things. That's either a scammer or a hacker. So it's always better to be well prepared and well protected than it is to be caught with your pants down, again, hypothetically speaking. So definitely make sure that make sure that you're well protected. And again, guys, I will be following up with you guys on this as well. So anyway, guys, it is almost 9:30. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up for the night. I definitely do want to thank you guys again for coming to hang out with me here in the chats. You guys have been phenomenal. I do appreciate that. Again, big shout out to my moderators, Don, Robert, and for anybody else that may possibly be sitting in idle. You guys are more than welcome to jump into the chats. Trust me, I don't bite. It's going to be kind of hard to bite someone through a camera. And as far as being housebroken, maybe not so much. Rabies shots, oh no. I think the last time I bit one of the veterinarians, I think I pretty much gave him rabies. It's kind of more like the new prototype of rabies, but anyway. I'm just joking, guys. Just joking. Anyway, I definitely do want to thank you guys again for coming to hang out with me here in the chats. It has definitely been a pleasure doing these videos for you guys. Again, if you guys do have questions about anything, you guys can also get a hold of me here on my YouTube channel, or you guys can also get a hold of me on my Discord. And yes, I do have Discord, by the way, guys. Dead Shadow 79, no underscores, no highlights or anything else in between. Dead Shadow 79, that is my Discord username. Feel free to send me a follow. Feel free to follow me there, and if I see exactly who you are and I recognize you, I will definitely follow you back, and I will definitely send you guys something in your DMs. Anyway, I definitely do want to thank you guys once again for coming to hang out with me here on the chats. And as always, as I end all my videos in, stay safe, stay sharp, stay frosty, and most of all, stay vigilant. Until next time, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.